All right, y'all. So it is time to go ahead and do a Part EX Global Dokkan Celebration tier list for LR characters. And I do still plan to do a TUR version of this list. I'll probably do it honestly tomorrow. But I want to go ahead and get this LR1 done first. Just cause I don't know, just kind of the one I landed on here. The biggest reason, of course, we did get 2 LRs dropped in the last week. We should likely get another EZA this week. It could be another LR that could make this list, but I expect it to be like a yellow coin LR EZA. And if they are top 10, I'll do a video on them. If not, then it doesn't really matter. But I do at least want to do a video focusing on this guy, the Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks and Goten exchange character. This character is pretty good overall, and we'll be talking about them a lot throughout this video. But of course, the other thing that came out is the Supreme Magnificent Battle Next Generation Saiyan Edition. So with this in mind, we will have a new tier list for this event specifically, at least for the time being. A lot of people do think that this event should be considered as difficult content that we rank characters in, and I do agree. We will be getting new stages for this event though, so the tier list for this event could very well change the next time we do a tier list like this, right? But again, I just want to go ahead and make sure we accommodate for this and get like a little kind of view of how things were right now before we get the new stages, so that we could see over the course of time how things change. And maybe what I might do is, I was thinking about at the end of the year doing a video looking over all the final tier lists and seeing, oh, retrospectively, I think I would probably change this, or maybe I would have rather done this at that time, right? I think that'll be fun. So let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. But anyways, beyond that, let's actually just go ahead and start this tier list off. I think we'll do the Supreme Magnificent Battle one first. Then we're gonna take a look here at this special battle one that was already pre-made from last time. Then there is a Festival of Battles tier list as well that we'll add the characters onto for these two right here. Since these two are mostly already completed from previous videos, there's not really a reason. And then at the end of the video, what's it called? We will actually make the top 10 tier list itself based off of all 3 of these lists that we will make right here. So honestly, let's really hop right into it. For this Supreme Magnificent Battle, the Next Generation Saiyan Edition here, we will be considering pretty much just the Trunks and Gohan fights. The Goten fight is a difficult fight, but it's not nearly as hard, I would say, as the other two. This guy's a little more predictable than the other two. He doesn't hit nearly as hard as him. Again, he's doing I don't know what, 3.7 mil, which is still pretty difficult, like a turn 1 super that he could do instantly, but it's nothing too really crazy. And this guy is only supering once in the turn, always in the last slot. So this guy is scripted in, I think, a more simple way than the other two. Whilst Trunks here, he could super attack twice in a turn, and it could be the very first attack he does. This guy hits for 12 mil, so it's a lot harder than the Goten. This Gohan as well hits for 13.2 mil, could also instantly super attack you. Again, a lot harder than Goten. The way these fights are designed is that, at least with the Trunks, you kind of want to get Trunks out as soon as possible. You can pretty much one turn this first phase. The second phase, you can't do as much, but the thing about the Trunks is that he does lower his attack more and more. So it's kind of, I feel like the Trunks is a little more of a stall phase. Maybe a lot of attack lower characters could be very valuable here. Again, since he is both physical, you could take advantage of having some STR characters on the team. Gohan is int, so you can take advantage of having a lot of physical characters on the team. This guy can't be attack lowered, but he is a boss where you do want to do the mega damage, right? He doesn't have a lot of HP, but he can kill you very quickly as well. It's essentially kill Gohan or be killed. It's kind of how things go. This first phase, maybe you could kind of wait an extra turn as well, especially with ghost ushers, like the tech androids and things like that, right? And I do think that these fights, they just hit hard enough. They could be not necessarily toxic, but especially with the missions in mind, they could be tough enough where I do think that they should be considered for these characters. And it allows us to use different teams and evaluate like, okay, these different abilities that these different characters have could be more valuable in a certain situation than another situation. So again, we're just gonna make this from scratch. I'm not sure how many characters we'll grab. I mean, we'll at least vaguely grab like these characters because I haven't really used a lot of characters in this event just yet. But at least I want to get at least the most important LRs in here, and as time passes on, we'll fill in more and more LRs. Because again, I haven't used every single team, but I've used the Shadow Dragon team, I used the Blues team, I used Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team. I actually haven't really used Rose too much in here. I don't think I use Rose necessarily, but I've seen people use Rose. I've seen clips of Rose, right? And I know kind of Rose's team and how it handles things. So yeah, again, we'll start off with Z tier, of course, just the best characters for this Supreme Magnificent battle here. And let me just scroll up here. I think the Blues are arguably just the best, one of the better characters in the game for this event. The Blues are incredible here. Type advantage here, 80% chance to dodge. Attack lowering for this fight as well is very useful. If you get the Blue Vegeta active skill, does crazy good damage. Great team, I think, for this event overall. Like, there's a lot of very strong, solid options here. The only thing that this character may be missing is like damage to kind of one-shot this phase, but I think that this character is extremely safe and honestly like one of the safer just characters to run in general throughout this event, because the 80% chance dodge is such a huge chance compared to most other characters in the game, and all you need is a full superclass rotation. Oh, actually I already had this up, that's funny. All you need is a full superclass rotation, and this guy has the 80% chance to dodge, or a future Saga ally in the same turn, which is not really too difficult either, if you're running like Rose in the team, for example, right? This guy's great. I don't really see the issue with this guy in this event, honestly. I think that especially since it's a shorter event, it's like less, how do I explain it? Like, the longer an event goes on, the more likely you'll see this character fail, but the shorter the event goes on and the less attacks that they do as well, like this guy 3 attacks a turn, 5 attacks a turn, the more you'll see this guy succeed, I feel like, because it's less room for failure, if that makes sense. This character could fail you sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, if he doesn't dodge a super, or you know, even some of the normals could hurt you really badly, if not kill you. But for the most part, this guy's pretty safe, I would say. I personally haven't died with this guy in the event. I've seen like like 1 or 2 screenshots of this guy dying, but again, it's at the end of the day not a guaranteed chance to dodge. It's 80%. You could still roll that 20%, but I mean, this guy's just doing so much, and the support he provides can be pretty huge, because some characters could take damage from normals. This 60% defense could be really good for them, and maybe they won't take damage from normals, right? That's how effective this 60% defense is. And you know, there's no locking, so you could always make sure this guy is in slot 1. Like, he's just such a good character, and even if you don't have to put him in slot 1, like, he still has the same dodge chance. He doesn't have to specifically be in a certain spot of the rotation. Maybe you need to put him at the last slot against the Gohan Super at the end, just in case. He's fine, you know? Again, the Blue Vegeta active skill, if you do get this off, does crazy good damage against these fights, and could pretty easily, I mean, with the Blue Vegeta active skill turn, you could pretty easily kill that Gohan, I would say. And type advantage against the Trunks as well. Like, it's just, like, that Blue Vegeta could be a nice finisher against this Trunks as well. It's kind of what I'm trying to argue here. I think this Blue Goku might be the overall best character for this fight, potentially. And that's where I come to Omega Shenron. I think it's like kind of the second character that I'm like, I really like in this fight. Especially because of his team, right? Omega himself does quite a bit for these fights. Now, Omega does not have no weaknesses as well. I think the biggest thing with this guy is if he's against the super, you don't have SD or Omega on rotation, you don't have Tech Sin around, can happen. Like, you know, you could load into a rotation. Again, because you can't like infinitely reset these fights like Special Battle, because these have a template. So you can load into a fight where you have 2 Omegas, and then, I don't know, let's say, I'm trying to think of another character like Int Shadow Dragons, right? And you can't debuff this guy right away. There could be an issue where he gets instantly supered by this guy and will die. But besides that, I mean, I guess he could die from a super here for sure. It's just that for the most part, you do have, again, quite a lot of debuffers. You could have Texin Shenron around. I mean, you could put in Fapu in this guy's team and just kind of skip a turn as well. Like, this guy's team has so many good options for this kind of fight. You also have, what's it called? I don't believe the tech androids are on Inhuman Deeds, right? But you could technically throw the tech androids off bleed as well, you know, because Omega's domain, Omega Shenron's domain is available if you just have one of these characters, where is it? One of these characters in the same turn. Which, you know, if you're running Infapu, and then the only character that's not on these teams is like the tech androids, then you will get this domain up. No matter what, because Infapu is Inhuman Deeds. Or is it Power Absorption? It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure it's actually Inhuman Deeds. Like, Infapu is actually on this team. If I'm not mistaken. Because he kills, I swear he's on this team. Am I crazy? Because he kills... Well, okay, I guess... Oh, you know what? It's because it's Fapu before he kills Poppity. That's why. But, yeah, so Infapu is on Power Absorption still. If we go ahead and take a look here, which again, I do want to point it out because it's a pretty big deal. Where is this? I swear, am I? Yeah, there he is. He's right there. I was like, am I crazy? My point is like dissolving as I talk about it. But even then with GT bosses, there's a lot of attack debuffers for the Trunks fight. Like I said, there's Omega Shenron. Nova you could throw on. He's type advantage, has a Ki Blast counter. So again, Trunks who supers at the end, guess what? Nova could just 100% nullify that super attack. Huge. Legion of Shadow Dragons, although they're type disadvantage, there is not many attacks, so you could likely hide this character in a lot of spots, and he does also debuff. Yellow Omega is another debuff character. Texin is a debuff character that can get 100% reduction. Like, this team, I feel like it's built with this even in mind, especially because he will have the increased damage. 20% additional damage taken by these guys is really, really huge. And then eventually we're gonna get a boss with this character. This character is gonna be on Fused Fighters. Like, so Omega is gonna be doing 30% additional damage to that fight. Well, I guess technically all characters on the team will be doing additional 30% damage plus the extra 25% attack. This won't affect the enemies. One of the big issues with this Dokkan field right now is that the hardest fight in the game, which I would say still stays the hardest fight in the game, the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, can be like buffed by this, but this Omega doesn't have to actually worry about that. So that's really good. Again, the damage reduction support, he himself has the greatly lower attack. We talk about this fight, he's type advantage. He could pretty much just one-shot this phase by himself before you even have to worry about Gohan's second super attack. Like, he could just wipe Gohan out, which is really good. Just because, again, he's type advantage, and and then he will have, I think he has critical hits somewhere in here. No, because he gets extreme class allies 20% chance to perform a critical hit here, and then I believe, does he not have critical hit anywhere else? Let me double check here. Critical spell gas. Yeah, 24 key guarantee crit right there. I was like, where is it at? But there it is. So again, this guy is so good for this fight, and even in this first phase, he has a 70% chance to nullify this super. Now, I've seen screenshots of him not nullifying it and dying, but probably like a lower dupe Omega, I would say. Even, well, I guess even then, Omega is not the tankiest before he gets like a super off, and you know, a bunch of other things happen. He's not like your slot one traditional tank character in a lot of spots, especially on that turn one situation. But at least he's type advantage, and he has the 70% chance to nullify unarmed supers right here. If HP 70% or less, it's a guaranteed counter. So this could also really help you just wipe out this phase. Like, Omega is super good here. I would argue Omega is the best character for this fight specifically in the game right now. Omega is crazy. I mean, people ran in the first fight. People using the Omega team were like, yeah, I just ran through it. GG. It wasn't even hard. people using other teams are like, what is this event, right? Omega's team is like hand built for this. I think that I kind of like Blue Goku better here, though. Like, I feel like these two are like the top of here. No, I do like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in this fight, but I don't know what I think I would put him in the same Z tier. I just don't like him as much as these two in this fight. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I mean, we've seen the screenshots. We've seen Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could take normal sometimes in this fight. He could take some damage, but you could use that to your advantage. Because again, under 70% HP, he does nullify Ki Blast Supers guaranteed. So Gogeta takes a little bit of damage in these fights. He will get a guaranteed counter against this Gohan super attack, even if you put him at the end. Gogeta will get a guaranteed counter against Kid Trunks' super attack, right? Gogeta can get one shot by this super and can get one shot by this super. Like, that can happen. He just doesn't have the defensive abilities to handle these, like especially turn one without the active skill. Once he gets his active up though, he one-shots this phase. He can obliterate Trunks. Like, Gogeta's still really good. He just has more open weaknesses in this fight, which again, people will use to slander him, like, and genuinely like slander him. Like, outside of like the fun kind of memes, people will be seriously calling this guy bad. He is very good still because of the amount of damage he can output. He outputs way more damage than the blue Goku and Vegeta, right? He can do similar damage to Omega on the active turn. Because the thing about, again, this fight is that since it is short, you can take advantage of characters that aren't even on his leader skill, like in Fapu. Androids. I've seen runs. I've seen a run where people had the 4 siblings bond characters like Whis, Vados, you know, Beerus, and then the new Gohan or something, and then they had Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as their leader, and they had like maybe like Infapu on the team or something like that. I think Gogeta's damage, once he got his active skill in the 3rd turn, was more than enough to just wipe out this Gohan off the map. Like, he's done. Gohan's out of here, right? Trunks is, again, a little bit of a different kind of team build you run, but you could use full GT Heroes probably in this team a lot easier. GT Heroes has some answers to that Trunks specifically. I mean, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, I think, can get one shot from this Trunks, unfortunately, so they wouldn't be the best option there. But, you know, you have at least 70% chance of dodge with this guy. This guy could straight up counter the Trunks super attack. You probably don't want to put him in slot 1. I think Trunks' normals hit a bit too hard for this guy. Who else here, really? I mean, I guess there's not that many options, unfortunately, but there is some answers to that as well. And, you know, there is the chance that Trunks does not instantly super attack you either, which, I mean, Gogeta, there's not really a lot of HP in this Trunks phase. Like, again, these fights are kill the boss before you get killed. Gogeta can do 150 mil worth of damage pretty simply. So that's a good thing for at least this team specifically. And again, you could hide a lot of characters. I mean, you could probably get away with Ijo Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta here, because I usually find that there's like 1 or 2 spots in the rotation that you could hide characters in some certain rotations. You do need to rely on the luck for that, but I mean, it can happen. It definitely can. You could probably run Pan in slot 2 or slot 3. She'll be pretty safe there, but you guys kind of get the point, right? And, you know, again, throw in Fapu on the team. You'll be cooking. So yeah, no, Gogeta still does really good here for the most part. I think that, you know, the amount of damage he could output outweighs like his weaknesses of potentially getting one shot, right? And guess what? Most characters in this kind of fight can get one shot. Like, again, I think the next character I'll bring up here, these guys, I mean, they're not really good in this fight. I'm sorry. Like, they have to build up slot 1. Slot 2 or slot 3, they'll get kind of murdered. Not that you can't get it clear with them, especially if you're using items, you'll be fine, but hands up in the air, man. I don't know. It's pretty brutal for these guys. It is pretty brutal for them. You can get it's just like in slot 2 or slot 3, they lose so many stats, and they are just a long fight character. They're not a character designed for this type of fight, right? Even in the actual Supreme Battle or the special battle fights, like this character, you can get away with them in a lot of these fights for sure. Even though they're shorter, it's they just don't hit as hard. These fights aren't like kill them before they kill you necessarily. They are like, you know, still like turn 4, turn 5 kind of fights. This fight is like turn 1, turn 2, right? That's what they're designed like, and this character is just, that's not his design philosophy, right? Who's next here? I guess we could talk about this guy soon. LR Rose, I probably would say still S tier because he has the debuff there. If you flow him off and you come back around to the rotation, the thing with this guy is that he has the Goku Black and Zamasu active skill. Again, it's only a turn 4 condition, so you could throw him on Omega's team. And again, the Trunks fight is like the one fight where I feel like, again, you could stall a little bit, and then he's going to be mega attack debuffed, and then this character could just nuke with the Fusion Zamasu active skill, like he's out of there. Now again, this character, just like Omega, I think can pretty easily get one shot actually, if he just gets hit with a super attack very easily. Let me actually refresh this because it's giving me the wrong animation. His leader skill's not really the best here necessarily, but you could probably get some clears honestly, because Broly Trio has guaranteed dodge. Tech Goku Black clone is like really good here. I would say you could definitely use the Tech Goku Black clone. You can probably not use Idrio Rose. He's not, like, again, he's a character who wants to receive a lot of attacks. This fight you're not going to do. That's kind of similar to Vegeta Trunks. In Fusion Zamasu, you could probably use in the Gohan fight. Cause, I don't know. I mean, the Trunks fight, he's type disadvantage, but if you're able to hide him, he has so much attack lowering. I just haven't used this guy in this fight. I haven't taken him in there, so I don't know how good he will be. But like, he has type disadvantage against Trunks, and Trunks hits so hard, but the amount of attack debuff you can get on this team, you could probably get away with Fusions and Monsters, especially if you're able to hide him. Because, again, he will greatly lower attack. He'll get 2 super attacks that lower attack as well. He gets a hidden potential system, that's another one. Then you have Tech Clone on rotation. This guy probably wouldn't take that much damage. 6 mil normals. I mean, we'll hit pretty hard, but the amount of attack debuffing with the Tech Clone, you could get Rose to attack debuff. Broly Trio could attack debuff, right? I mean, I've seen like 100% attack lower team against the Trunks fight as well. That could work out. So, I mean, people were running STR Rose in that team, right? It was like, I think it was STR Rose leader, then 2 Tech clones, which is really funny. The Tech Goku Black clone is so good right now. This guy is just so crazy. He also has an action break. Like, this guy's one of the better characters for the Trunks fight, easily. That's why I like this Rose team, you know. You could probably get away with it. And again, especially if you use items, but I'm not really accounting items for this fight. So I think Rose being, I need to use him more. I will say he could move down, but I think S tier is fine for him. Because he, like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't think he would struggle against the normals at the very minimum. Again, the super attack could outright cold-blooded one-shot this guy. But at least there's options on his team around it. And again, if you're running him on Omega team, I think this guy's good to go, right? I would argue that he would be just fine. So, yeah. What other character besides... Yeah, I mean, again, I haven't used many of these characters, but we'll put... I mean, I'll put the fusions in the same realm as them. I would... Yeah, because, again, at least turn 1 post-super attack. Turn 1, they'll be... Like, it's mostly pre-super. Once these guys are able to get a couple of stacks off their first turn, they're fine. And then they could get... Like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta especially, with the Scouter encounter. He counters against any super attack. The gods have the super huge chance to dodge, will do a lot of damage. Like, they're so good in this fight. It's just that turn 3 weakness, man. If you get them on that turn 3 by any situation, you're cooked with these guys for the most part. But, you know, like, for example, you float them off, they'll be safe turn 1, so that's good. Gogeta. I tried to use this guy here. I mean, I almost want to put these guys like C tier. Yeah. Tech Vegeta is pretty decent here too, I would argue. Like, I mean, he doesn't really take damage, especially if you're in him with the blues. But like this guy with the blues, he still dies normals. This guy doesn't. This guy's fine. Even though you could potentially get the Beku active in this Trunks fight, it's so risky. It's so very risky. You need to get super lucky with how attack placements are and where he ends up in the rotation. I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is probably pretty good in here, just because he could also get the Great Ape. If you get the Great Ape, like, you kind of just invalidate these fights. It's possible, because you take so much damage early on. You could fall under 70% HP, and then this guy, what? Great Ape transformation? He has the dodge. Pretty much dodge or die. I think a lot of the characters in this fight, but 70% chance to dodge still. We take that, we take that. Dex Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks could probably not be the best here. I mean, I might want to use him. What other characters have I used here? I mean, I guess we'll put Goten and Trunks. I think they're pretty decent here. 77% chance to dodge could do a pretty good attack stat, all things considered. Yeah, Rainbow Orb changing. I think Gohan. I mean, I've seen people say that they've had their Gohan. I haven't used Gohan here necessarily. I've seen people say they've had their Gohan just like flat out tank this Trunks super for double digits. And I have had Truth tell me that as well. And you get Goten and Trunks out. I mean, yeah, Goten and Trunks really good for this fight because they could just clear like turn 3, like you're good. Yeah, I would say this character's up here as well in this E tier. Because Gohan could do pretty decent damage himself, but Goten and Trunks, man, they're just like, yep, you're out of here. Goodbye. Bye-bye, right? Tien is really good here as well. This is a Ki Blast super attack. I don't think this Trunks has Kamehameha, of course. Nope. Gohan's a Kamehameha boss. Goten's a Kamehameha boss, though. Tien. Type of manners in Trunks, at least. Like, he's up there, too. You can do pretty decent damage. I like Tien here. Tien could be good. And yeah, I think, again, for now, we'll probably end things here with these characters. I just need to use a lot of these other... Oh, one Mulan's character, I think, is actually a Z tier. Where is he? All the way up here. HOUI Goku. Well, okay. I might put him S tier. And the only reason, like, he's so good here. The only reason he's not in Z tier is because I feel like these characters will do more damage-wise. Even Blue Goku, of course. I mean, this guy is 6th anniversary, or the, he Extreme Z awakened during the 8th anniversary. No, the 9th anniversary, my bad. Which is almost 2 years ago. But this guy being up here is so insane. It just, he's so, I mean, honestly though, like the other characters on the team can carry the damage, man. I might really, I think I'll do this. I think I will do this because, like, I don't think he really has like that turn 3 weakness that these guys do. He's gonna take 0 damage. He's super safe in slot 1. Any slot that you put him in, he has the revive skill. You'll fall lower in HP in this fight, I feel like. Yeah. AWI is definitely deserving of Z tier, honestly. And again, there could be more characters that I'm not really looking at right now, but if I'm missing anyone, let me check like this list. Again, I'll use more characters as time passes on, but I'm kind of liking something like this. These guys, I mean, yeah, you could get clears with this guy, but man, yeah. I think something like this is fair. Maybe we'll separate some of these characters later, but this just, again, this is more so of an initial list anyways. I think things like this could change very simply, so. Okay, one thing is there for that list. Special battle, it's really just going to be adding the Gohan and the Goten and Trunks here. I don't think much has really changed in my opinion of these characters here. I think HOUI could maybe move up, but again, this is the damage thing. I feel like the other characters can't really carry the damage as much here as I think in this fight, since these fights are so short anyways and don't have the most HP. These fights have a decent amount of HP, and I think HOUI Goku has more opportunities to get caught in these fights on like a turn 3 situation than in the other fights, so that's why I'll probably keep him in E tier. I might move. No, I think locking is really what makes me keep this guy out. Although I guess locking also hurts these guys too. I mean, this guy is probably up here. Yeah, because what I'm really considering for these two fights is the Gogeta fight and um the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. The Omega fight could be tough, but I'm starting to like, as time passes on, I'm starting to think that I think the Gogeta fight is more difficult overall because of his super attack placements and how hard he could actually just genuinely hit. So that's what I'm feeling with that. Gogeta also has more HP than Omega, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. I believe so. Again, I'm just off memory. What was Omega at? 680? Yeah, 850. Yeah, again, Gogeta has more HP. I mean, Omega is pretty devastating, but I think the two supers kind of might be what takes it for me. And how fast he ramps up, man. Like, Omega does not hit the damage that Gogeta can hit, if I'm not mistaken. Even though it's a slot 1 super attack like that. I think it's harder to build your teams around the Gogeta than Omega, which is kind of funny, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll probably move Tech Vegito up here. It's just he's so... I mean, Vaku has the active skill. Maybe I will do this. I'll probably keep this, because, yeah, I think we'll keep things like this. I think that's fair. I was thinking about moving Tech Vegito up because it was, like, he's invincible, but... Like, I would then move this guy up because of the active skill, but then I think, you know, these guys kind of check each other out, where this character, before turn 4, could be caught. This character, like, after his damage reduction runs out, like, I've had this guy get one shot with the Veku active. Against Goku Black kind of fully built up, which, you know, it can happen. This character on that turn 4, though, would have the Veku Ghost Usher, and it's like, GG, you're good, right? So yeah, that's something to consider. That was on the Blues team, of course. So I wouldn't really change anything from there. If we look at Goten and Trunks, I think I'd put Goten and Trunks here. I've had this Goten and Trunks actually die a few times for me. And I mean, post super, they're fine. But they get locked on 1, they don't dodge, they will take a lot of damage. And again, that reminds me of kind of like they're like, how do I explain it? Like UI Goku in the second turn, you know, or you guys kind of get what I mean. I feel like, I mean, this guy at least has the grade 8. It's like these characters, they'll hit a lot harder than this guy is, but they're not really doing anything special like that against the enemy. They're just kind of their stats and dodge, which is fine. They have the Rainbow Orb changing, which is really good. Supporting too, but it's mostly crit chance support, which is okay. Right here. I just like, I think these guys are really great for the team, the Gohan youth team. I'm just like, you know, I feel like there's not like any special kind of mega mechanic. They have the 77% chance to dodge, which is really great, but I don't know. Like, I just don't think that they have anything like the invincibility kind of turns that these guys have like that you can get pretty instantly, or just like always have up with these two. Like, this guy could get this on like his first turn that he enters the battle in, right? This character doesn't really have something like that. Like, well, this guy, you know, does have that technically. It's just that he needs to wait. This guy later on in the fights could get pretty, you know, hurt, right? But I would say they're better than like this rank of characters. Yeah, I guess Nova does have, maybe, I don't know. Am I undervaluing Nova, chat? Let me know. Let me know if I'm undervaluing Nova. I think Nova's quite good, but he could get really hurt from the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta normals I found. Locking can hurt this guy. Nah. These guys would be, I think I'd feel more safe with them. Then Gohan, I'm gonna probably put in the Z tier. I think Gohan's really great. Turn 1, again, I talked about this, but turn 1 Gohan does not take damage. What is this here? Oh yeah, I have them up. Turn 1 Gohan does not take damage. He's very safe. He's very, very safe. He gets like, what, 2 mil plus defense, especially with All in the Family. With the 78% damage reduction, like, this guy is extremely safe slot 1. Turn 1 in general, he has the 60% support to other allies, 15% chance to crit support. And again, turn 3 Gohan could be a little iffy on other teams, but Goten and Trunks, man, I can't stress enough how crazy these guys are. The damage they output is insane, especially because they'll have some of Gohan's critical hit carryover. So, like, again, Gohan gets 3 supers. Let's say he does do that. That's, what is that? 30% chance to crit on top of this right here, that's 60% crit chance, which pretty good. We'll take that for sure. They can give 5% chance dodge. They have guaranteed dodge their first turn. They'll take 0 damage. They do so much extra damage as well. Active skill turn will give a support that is a separate phase support. So guess what this is going to do? Also mega, like, just give your characters a lot of stats, but also themselves. They could support 50% defense here. More often than not, they'll get this. Like, they're crazy. Like, they're insane. They're insane. This character is really good. The only issue is their team a bit, but like for the most part, their team doesn't even really struggle as bad as I think people thought they would. Gohan's definitely up there. Now for festival battles, I mean, Gohan, once he gets his passive up, and if you have Vegeta Trunks stacking, yeah, but I wouldn't say they're a crazy character. I don't know where I would really rank them because I haven't used them in here, but I just know like what this fight is like, right? I guess this one I'm not really sure of. I mean, I honestly would say I might wait on ranking them for this fight here. It's not like I don't consider festival battles too much anyways. I just think it's like a portion. I would just say for now I'll unrank them, but it could be a situation like Blue Evolution or Goku Frieza where they could actually be very viable options with the Vegeta Trunks support. I mean, this guy does fit Vegeta and Trunks' 170% leader. They don't fit the full leader skill though, because he's not on Battle of Fates. Goten and Trunks is a character, I mean, I don't think I'd run either. Like, the youth team is not a team for this festival battles fight. It's a team for fight like these or special battles. So that's why. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'd say with these characters. Because you could, again, with if we would say like double Vegeta Trunks support, this guy would have 58%, or it would be, yeah, 58% damage reduction. He would be able to get a guaranteed dodge with Goten and Trunks as well, because from the turn 5 onward he would have it, but like at least against Super. So with youth category ally, they would be at 87% chance to dodge. I can't really think of another. I guess you could run like you could run Kid Goku. Like Vegeta Trunks team, you have Eijo Kid Goku in the team. That would give him the extra buff. I mean, yeah, like Eijo Kid Goku there, that would allow him to get a 97% chance to dodge. Because it's 77% here, this here. It just, they wouldn't really do a lot of damage by that point. Like, I mean, the defensive ability would be nice, but by the end of the fight, you need to do damage, right? I think Gohan would be more consistent in doing that damage anyways. But if you need to get that guaranteed dodge turn, you could use it. Like, if it's like, okay, maybe I'm not really feeling too safe in this slot, and I know I'm going to kill this rotation regardless, I'll go into Goten and Trunks. But then if you do that, you also lose the crit chance, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this character would perform there. I guess the defense stacking would help, because he's not really raising his defense on his 12 key anyways. It's only the 18 key. I mean, if he gets 5 remote key spheres during the battle, he also could provide a 2-turn support buff, which is really good. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I think he could be probably decent in here just because of his stats, but I guess the Kamehameha maybe could do some pretty decent damage against like the Tech Vegito phase. But then if you wait to use that, then would he get hurt by normals without this up? Probably. So you might want to use that in an earlier phase. So, unless you could hide this character, which you can, but again, festival, I'm not really like too crazy about. So, all right, let's end these off. Let's go ahead and actually make the final list here for the top 10 characters. I mean, man, it's really close between these two. Blue Goku and Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4, but I think all things considered, again, I think these characters, like Gogeta's better in special battles, but Blue Goku's right there. Then I think Blue Goku's better in these fights, but Gogeta's right there. In Festival, I mean, if we're gonna have this the deciding factor, probably Blue Goku though. I think the Blue Goku, it's just so easy to run this guy in teams as well. I just feel a bit safer with him. I think with this new fight out, Gogeta could have some really good strats, but man, Blue Goku just feels so safe here, man. I think I will have Blue Goku over the Gogeta 4. And I talked about this in the last video, where I think you could very much argue Blue Goku above, but I mean, I kind of like the team better as well right now. I think he just feels so much safer, especially in these really short, difficult fights. Like, he has less weaknesses. Gogeta, his strengths could really outshow this guy, but it's that close. Like, if you do this, like, you're very valid. But I think I'll do this. I think at third, Omega is not really an option Festival, but I might have Omega at third. No, I think I'll do Goten and Trunks at third. It's really close. I would say these three characters right here are who I'm really struggling for 3, 4, and 5. The youth team is not as strong as GT Heroes, so that's for sure. If you think about special battle, like these new fights, I do like Omega more. Special battle, they're in the same tier. And again, Festival is one that's least there, but I mean, I wouldn't really like consider Festival against them. I don't think neither of them are really going to be a great option for Festival. And again, people don't like Festival, but I like having it here just because it is an event that will challenge our characters, and sometimes it can act as a little bit of a tiebreaker in very niche scenarios. I think I'm taking Omega over Gohan, and then I think I'm taking Gohan over Rose. I might be slightly underrating Gohan though. I could be using Gohan more. I think as Gohan's team gets more throughout this celebration, we could see me above it, but I think the thing about Gohan's team that really, like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen, well, if you're a viewer of the channel, you might have seen the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta runs that I did with the youth team. It's just, so many of those characters right now are dodge and die. I think this team just needs like 1 or 2 extra staple characters. So then all those characters that are like supportive, like dodge or die characters, you don't have to necessarily run on rotation as much. We just need, I think we need like 1 or 2 characters that are really good turn 1, turn 2. This character does that, but the rest of the team doesn't. Like Goten or Trunks could be decent, they all are, but like I feel like, again, they're another character where it's like, you don't necessarily want to run them really on rotation like that. You can definitely do so, and they can be pretty safe in slot 2 or slot 3, but that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, you get a double Gohan rotation, and any of your runs, that rotation where you don't have Gohan, you very, very much feel the difference, man. Omega seems not really like that. Like, it is a bit because of Omega's damage reduction, but I don't think it's nearly to the amount of the youth team. Let's just fix this so that's not like super fast. I think you guys kind of see where I'm coming from with that, no? And I think Omega's team is just way better in the new fights. Omega just does so much. And I think, again, when we get this stage, because this guy as the art means that we'll likely get a stage with him. If that does happen, you know, Jesus Fighter's enemy, this Omega would be doing 30% damage instead of the 20%. And again, this list could always change anyways. Like, in 2 weeks we could have this. In 2 weeks we could be saying this, man. But for the time being, I'm thinking this is what I feel like. Rose is very good, but I think he falls a bit behind. I mean, honestly, you could argue the youth team is better than the Super Bosses team. I think the Super Bosses team gets more flack, like a little bit more than it deserves, but I mean, I made the video talking about this yesterday. it still needs more. It doesn't really compete with the other, like, at least the main 4 LRs for the Global Dokkan campaign. This is probably the weakest out of the teams because it's got, I kind of feel like overall got the least love. And the free-to-play clones are good, but like I said, there are more so, I think they're more so like intended or should be intended to be extra editions. They can clear most of the content, but at the end of the day, when we're ranking these fights, we're talking about the hardest of the hardest. We're talking about these characters against each other. And Rose is the one that I think falls behind a little bit with his team. Rose is really great on Omega's team as well, I would say. But again, maybe Rose could have been a little bit stronger defensively, is maybe the only thing I would say on top of that. But yeah, I just think that Goten or Trunks have that, like this guy, they have the Goten and Trunks turn guaranteed dodge. This character is just doing a lot of action breaking, attack lowering on their team. Like he's doing a lot of like interesting things. This character has like the Q blast counter, the active skill turn. This character has the Vegeta Trunks active turn. I like the Zamasu active turn, does a lot of damage. But I feel like this character doesn't have necessarily like invincibility feeling turn as like these three. And then this character, I just think, you know, better leaders go better team. So that's why I would probably rank Rose at 5. But keep in mind, guys, being 5, being 5th best LR in the game is still really good. Shocking, right? After this, I think I would go Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I mean, I've seen people say Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta up here. I wouldn't argue against you. I just don't necessarily agree. I think the gods, then you. Yeah, considering the special battle list, we can probably close a bunch of these tabs here. Considering the special battle list here, just close this here. So this is special. This is the new event. This is special battle. This is festival. I think this makes sense to me. Would I put Tech Vegeta over Super Saiyan 3? I might. I would say probably no, though. I think the grade 8 form is too much of a big ability to just kind of ignore. Was this guy, I mean, you can't, the fusion's not really that crazy in these fights to get. It's mostly festival, but I mean, this guy still very easily holds his own in festival. So I would probably put this character over. I think the year 7 LRs, I do like Gogeta better. But the gods are still like very similarly designed to this character. Just that, yeah, the counter scouter combo is just so good. The rainbow orb chasing could be very useful for a lot of these characters on the team, on that list. But and spot number 10, I mean, we're gonna also bring HOUI in the discussion, I would say, because of his performance in the new fight. Spot 10, I'm really thinking HOUI, guys. I'm not even kidding. I'm really thinking HOUI Goku. I mean, his performance in this new fight is crazy. His performance in this fight is insane as well. I mean, I really almost want to do this, man. Guaranteed dodge plus revive. Then if he does get his revive, that's another guaranteed dodge turn. I've had that happen quite a few times. We say you get the grade with this guy. It's the same with this guy getting his revive and then guaranteed dodge turn. And a free heal. Yeah. I mean, festival. I think this guy, Gogeta, could be so impactful. It's just that Gogeta is a much favorable character in longer fights, and shorter fights are kind of the big deal right now. I mean, yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I think HOUI Goku is 10. Like, I'm sorry, he doesn't fail me. Like, Vegeta has failed me a lot. Vegeta Trunks has failed me a lot. Goten and Trunks have failed me a lot. Zamasu. I don't really have Tien. I think you could maybe put Tien at 10 too. But Tien, I feel like UI Goku, Tien could do more damage for sure. But this guy's the defensive ability and the revive is just so good. And I don't feel as safe with any of these characters as UI Goku. I mean, sometimes I don't even feel as safe with this guy's UI Goku, especially in logging fights, but I mean, dude, that's crazy. I would still put Tech Vegeta above UI Goku. That's because this guy still has his very strong invincible turns. Yeah. I think this is what I'm doing, guys. I don't think there's another character that I would really consider. I mean, there's Nova, I guess, but like that. I'll put him in here because he should be in here at least. Yeah, something to change. We can get an LREZA that fits this 10 spot later, but it's crazy, man. 9th anniversary EZA, 6th anniversary LR. He just is aging so... He might be just the best aging unit in Dokkan with how good he is. I mean, Infapu and Androids are up there too, but I mean, this guy's... It's crazy how good he is. And it just... The teams he's gonna fit, the link skills he has... Like, he's gonna be good when he's super easy. People will be using this guy when he's super easy. His damage especially is not there anymore, but the value he provides and everything else. He even gives crit damage support. Like, oh wait, I don't want to open this. Ultra. Where is this guy? Gives crit damage support, which is cool. I mean, it's not crazy, but like, he does something for the team. And look at the teams he's on, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. So, I don't know. Let me know what y'all are thinking. I appreciate y'all for watching. This is my list here. Really looking at everything else. I think it just makes a lot of sense. So, thanks y'all. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.